Hello, it's Randy Duck and we're back again for another video. This time we got 3 replays for you in the Tier 6 American Premium Light Tank, the Super Chaffee. It's a new light tank that very recently bought out, and so yeah, I bought it early so I can get a few replays in it and just show you what it's about. So the first thing we're going to say, we're just going to get it out of the way. This tank comes with a skin because I bought it early. It comes with like a hero skin, and you'll notice I'm not using it because, oh god, it's not nice looking in my opinion. And, you know, I was almost a little bit sick. I guess it might be someone's cup of tea, but it's not mine. I don't like the hero skins. It's not just the skin of having all the flags on it. It has these weird bits sticking out the side of the tank, and it's not for me anyway. But yeah, we've got that out of the way. Let's get on with the replay of the tank. It's, you know, if you've seen Petty's replay, he's done a very detailed replay of the statistics. So if you want to know exactly all the specifics, it's worth checking out that replay. But yeah, it's pretty much the Rover, which they've already given away very recently. The only real sort of difference is this one. Yeah, this does have some perks over the Rover. You know, it has the slightly better aim time, slightly better camo, and I think it's a little bit more accurate as well than the Rover. But probably, you know, the Rover has that better DPM, and also is a little bit quicker. So the Rover's probably just edges it. It's probably a little bit better than this tank, but honestly, I don't think there's much in it. You know, I'll say the Rover is a little bit better, but there really isn't much in it. And we all know the Rover's a very good light tank, a very good light tank. So that means this is a very good light tank. You know, I enjoy both of them. Like I say, but do you want to get this tank? Well, I guess the only reason you'd really buy this tank if you already owned a Rover is because, one, you might be a collector like me and just likes to have the different tanks. Or you might not be a fan of like the skins, because the Rover obviously comes with that sort of space looking camo type, and you know, maybe you're into that and you don't mind it. But I guess if you're like me and you prefer to have your tanks looking more like a tank, and you like playing the Rover but you don't like having that horrible camo, in my opinion, sorry, we should say, then yeah, maybe you wanted to buy it for that reason. But if the camo doesn't bother you and you already have the Rover and you don't want to collect the tanks, then to be honest, it's probably not worth picking it up, just on the basis that you already have the Rover. It's essentially the same tank, just with some slight tweaks. But yes, that's pretty much about the tank. That's all I can really say about it, really. I like it, like I say, because I like playing the Rover, so I'm obviously going to enjoy playing this one. I've had a lot of fun playing it so far, and it's been nice actually playing Tier 6 for a little bit, because recently I've been playing a lot of 10s and higher tiers, which I like, but every now and again it's nice to have that little break and play something a little bit different. So, on with the actual gameplay. We're here on Highway, and you notice we've got the spawn, which, you know, is not the best, but we try and make it work, don't we? We use the sort of starting position where everyone uses, but now I'm trying to push over and just spot to see if anything else is crossing. I see this snake pipe coming out and I need to take him out, so I stop and wait for him, even though I know he's going to like me, but it's completely worth it because we'll be taking him out and that's a light tank out of the game. But if you notice, we are down on numbers severely, and that's like this from now on, really. We are outnumbered, so it's getting to that situation where I need to take out tanks, really. If we're going to win this game, I've got to try and turn the tide of battle. So I'm going to basically, from now on, look for opportunities to take on like tanks, but any tanks which I think I can kill, just to get the numbers a little bit different. Like this, just to even the game out, because at the moment we're not winning. But hopefully we can change that. So we notice that this T29 is pushed over it into our base, and we have this very smallest shots. Now, one thing I probably should mention is the penetration on this tank is not very good. I'm using full premium, and it's 155 pen, which you will struggle to pen most, like the tier 8s, etc., like heavies, frontally, and even like the IS-3 and stuff, side on, you're still going to struggle. So the Rover does have, you know, that's had struggled with pen as well, but it is slightly better penetration in this one. So this, you do sort of struggle with the penetration, but it's not the end of the world because you're in a light tank, hey, you know, you can move, you can get to the side. You've got that opportunity to pick your targets, move around. If you can't pen someone and you're not going to be able to pen in, well, just move on. So you do have that opportunity. Now, like I say, we are outnumbered. We need to take out the gun. So this guy is isolated. I am completely happy losing health point at the moment if it means taking him out, because we're not winning this game at the moment, so we have to try and change that. So we took out him, and that is big because he was in our side. Now I see the opportunity to take out this TD, and if we can take out this E25, that's going to be really helpful, which we do. We manage to get round him, we take him out, and now we see on that, like I say, where I'm looking for opportunities to kill stuff. They've obviously got overconfident, their team, because they are dominating this game. So it means they're sort of pushing in now to get the last bit of damage of the game. But because there's wise to that, we didn't have a lot of time to react there. We have to kill them tanks where we can. Now I've seen another opportunity to take out tanks. Like I said, I'm taking gambles going over here, but it's the time where you have to take gambles. If you want to win the game, we've got to try and take out tanks. And I've seen my opportunity, I've seen my window. I'm just sort of moving around using the mobility of the light tank to circle this guy, and we take him out. That's another tank out of the game. So it's looking better, but we are still outnumbered. But now it's looking a lot better. You know, our other light tank with us did a good job as well, and it's sort of allowed us now suddenly to turn the tide of battle. And now there's only 2 artillery and a Churchill. So at this point, it's come from a situation where we were losing this game, weren't we? It was not looking good, to a situation where it's very winnable now. You know, the Churchill I'm going to outspot. Hopefully the artillery we're going to outspot as well. So we can just go to where the artillery is and take these out first. And like I said, we spotted this Hummel here, so we're going to try and take out the kill. We do, so that's one of the fun police out of the game. We just got to go for the second one. Hopefully we can pick up that little artillery medal, the fun police slayer medal. You know, we all want to get one of those, so we're going to try and hopefully we can get him, and also try and spot this Churchill. So at this point, I don't exactly know where the Churchill is, but I do know, well, I've got a very good idea where the artillery, you know, where the fun police is going to be. We spotted him. Fortunately for us, he's not looking our way, so he's dead to me now. There's no way I'm going to let him turn and get shot in. So we take him out, we pick out the fun police slayer medal, and now it's just about killing the Churchill. Now I didn't know if he was sort of just, it's hard to, you know, I'm guessing he'd probably gone to the town, but you know, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, there wasn't anything around here. I was going to head up to the top, and I was thinking, no, he's a heavy. I'm guessing he's pushing to town, and because he's, you know, it's a Churchill, he is slow, but we probably missed him. He's probably got there late. So I'm heading over there. I start heading over there now, but I think at this point I realise that if he is in the town, our other light tank's going to get there first and probably kill him before I get any damage anyway. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take a gamble and go back up here just in case he was camping at the top. And then it was just, it's a gamble call, isn't it, at the moment? I'm trying to predict where he is. But I was thinking my light tank got over there, but in the time I got there, he's probably killed him. So I'm probably not going to get any damage in. But at least if I go this way and I do spot him, then I'm going to be the first there, I'm going to get the damage. So that was my thinking at this point. And you know, so I'm just trying to search for him. So it's literally just one tank left, and I'm fairly confident we're going to win. It's just, where is he? And it's one of those situations you're desperate because you know you want the damage. But then he gets spotted over there, and I'm thinking, well, at least he's like, he's a little bit further away from our light tank. You see, he's saying he's on the way. We're both in the same situation here, aren't we? We're both thinking we want to get there first because we want the damage, and that's exactly what we do. He is fairly healthy. Well, fairly healthy. He's full health. But we're moving in, and we're going to try and get there as quick as we can. We're all rushing to it, aren't we? Our eyes are all lit up. We all want the damage. Unfortunately, that shot goes into the dead wreck in front. That one goes in, but it doesn't penetrate. It does track damage. And then he's turned his attention to our light tank, so we're just going to put the shots through his lower plate. You see, it's not actually guaranteed we're going to penetrate because the penetration isn't that great, and you see we do bounce one there, which is a shame because we did want to try and get that kill, but we've got a few bits of extra damage, and all that's left now is to see how we got on. So we picked up 3 kills, 2,732 damage, 749 assistance, and 3 kills, and the Piggy Slayer. So that is a pretty decent game, really, for a tier 6 light. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get the ace tanker, but yeah, no, it was quite a good game. I was happy with that, and all that's left is I'll see you in a bit for the second replay. Hello, so we're back for the second replay of the video, and it is Westfields. It is here. Hooray! I cannot explain to you how happy I am to have this map back in the game. At long last, it is returned, and honestly, it's so good. It's such a good map, especially if you're playing in a light tank. And we're platooned up here on Westfield with our good buddy Swindle321. So it's just a static, really. I love this map, you know, and it's been coming on rotation quite a bit, and I've been getting to get a few replays ready for it, and it's just such a good. It's a good time. It's a good time for this to be in the game. It's you know, it's been out of the game for far too long, but I'm not going to dwell on that now. It's back. Thank you, it's back. Yeah, so you'll notice this game we are incredibly top tier. So yeah, we're not going to struggle penning anything. We're probably going to be out to outspot stuff, and what we're going to do, we're going to take an aggressive position nice and early. If some of you haven't seen Westfields before, if you're in the light tanks, then you can come across to here from the north spawn. I'm being very aggressive, but like I say, we are top tier, so I'm taking a nice aggressive early spotting position. Now here I do make a slight mistake. I kind of thought, you know what, maybe I'm not going to get spotted there, but I did. So yeah, that was, mate. I probably didn't need to shoot, but in the end, it's not really worked out that bad for me. I've been able to just, rotate rounds, lose my spot, got a bit of assistance anyway. Still got a bit more assistance, going to seal my spotted damage, and I'm just going to move back. But you notice what I do here. I reverse, so my tank is now facing down the slope. So if I do get spotted, it's not the end of the world. I'll just drive straight down there, do a bit of zigzaggy driving, and chances are they're not going to be able to shoot me. We managed to shut down that tank now, and this you go. This is the beauty of Westfields. When they're crossing up here, you've caught them out. You're spotting, and you're just going to get the I'm going to get the assistance and damage now, because you notice I'm shooting through the bush. I reverse backwards, so I've got a bit of distance, and we're going to get that camo bonus as well as the sort of camo perks I've got on this tank to be able to do that quite safely unspotted. So we've pretty much taken care of this side of the map now. There's one tank behind us. I'm really hoping our team just push him, because he's on himself. He's by himself. They can easily kill him now. There's no real threat to them to pushing over. But what we're going to do is we're going to push up here and try and spot the rest of their guys, which are sort of up the north side of the spawn, and hopefully maybe get some assistance, maybe get some damage. But ultimately, this is where I feel like the battle is now. We've sort of won the other side. Like I say, there is one tank behind us. I'm a little bit concerned he's going to shoot us, but hopefully he's distracted by our enemy team, and we're able to get a few shots in up here. So that's exactly what we're doing now. We're really just farming damage. I'm just going to move around a little bit. I'm not going to say too predictable. This guy behind, Swindle just said he's just shot him, so I'll turn around to deal with him, but he didn't get shut down by our team, and we don't have to worry about him now. We only have to worry about what's in front of us, and that's the ideal scenario, because we've got all our sort of guys, our TDs, covering us from the other side of the ridge now. So if anything pushes over like this tank, he's going to get wrecked. You can see he's got shots put into him there. We're able to take him down before he does too much damage to our buddy Swindle. We've got a fellow pleb coming in now with his rover, sort of the equivalent tank of this guy. He's come into me, he's had enough, and he's going to try and get some pain into me. Fortunately, we were able to sort of he missed a few shots, and we were able to sort of pre-aim our shots, so we hit them, and we get shut down. And this game, like I say, it's been a very quick game, but it's almost over now. We've got sort of 2k damage, over 1,000 assistance. Now we're just trying to predict where the last three guys are. I'm kind of thinking they're probably up the top here, because that's sort of the most obvious position for them to be now, I guess. But as I'm moving over, Swindle actually spots tank full health near the cap, so he's going to go for that. And I'm going to go up to where the other two tanks are, which are up here. They're both full health, which is brilliant. I'm just going to come in like a madman, do a bit of circling. The leopard gets shut down. I pick up the assistance for. Now this guy, he's unfortunate. He's in the circle of death, isn't he? It's not going to end well for him. Hopefully we can pick up the last bit of damage and get the kill before we get shut down by our teammates, which we do. So there we go, pretty decent game really, all in all. All that's left is to see exactly how we got on. We got 4 kills, 2,620 damage, 1,695 assisted. Brothers in arms, high caliber. We only got the first class, but the reason we only got the first class in this particular occasion is because we were so top tier, wasn't we? If there's a few tier 7s in there, chances are that's an ace tanker, but we were very top tier. But nonetheless, it was a good game, and it just feels good. You know, for a 4-minute game, I'm happy with that, and just so happy that we've got Westfields back. So I'll leave you there, and we'll see you for the final replay. Hello, so this is it, the final replay of the video, and this time we're on Sand River, and we're actually in the new like double encounter multi-base mode. I don't know whether I like this or not, like these modes being in the game. I was really anti them coming in for at the start. I don't know what my opinion is. I played on them a few times. I don't really know if they need to be in the game, if I'm honest. You know, I don't really like anything to encourage more capping. But I guess so far I haven't seen too many early caps. So yeah, I'm not so sure my opinion yet. I don't think I've made up my mind. I haven't made my mind up whether I don't want them or not, to be honest. Well, I don't want them. Like, I'd rather not be in the game, but whether it's ridiculously annoying or not, you know, I've not made my decision up on that. But you know, we're on Sand River, like I say, we're on multi-base, so we haven't not played Sand River multi-base in pubs in this mode yet, so we're sort of just going to try and work out where the enemy's going to go. Obviously there's going to be no real meta for it yet, so we pick a good position from this spawn where things going to work. I mean, from here we should in theory be able to get shots from multiple different angles. And as you can see, the enemy's pushed out, and we're going to try and get a few shots in here. But this light tank's over peaking, and he's just put a shot into me. So he's someone I have to be wary of now. He is obviously trying to get shots into me where he can. So I'm going to swap and move over to this side of the ridge, because you can see my friendly teams have pushed over, which means I'm free now at the moment to use this side of the ridge, which means I can get shots into the guys who sort of overpoke, and it means that light tank, which was overpoking earlier, will have a harder time getting shots into me from this side. So from this side now, we see this buggy, he's overpeaked, he's sort of, I think he might be tracked in the open, there he is, so we're able to finish him off and get a kill. Now, this M6 pokes up, I put a shot into him, half expecting him to move down. I am lit, but at the same time, I'm not targeted, so while no one's shooting at me, I'm just going to keep shooting this guy. So it took him sort of 3 or 4 shots before he decided he had enough, and he had enough, and he's going to pull back down. But then he goes back up again for some more, and we're able to get a few more shots in, which is great. He's obviously trying to get a few shots into the guys over there, but that was ideal scenario because we got a nice bit of damage there. Now I'm just trying to sort of work out where I can get the angles and where the next sort of damage. I move back over to this side because we've lost a few numbers there, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't want to get caught out basically, because hopefully if they end up crossing back over there again, I'll be able to get some nice shots over from this side. But we see an opportunity to finish off this M6, and we do. So that's, I think we've got a second kill there, and this is it. Now they've crossed, and now I'm back in the right position at the right time to get the punishment on these guys crossing, and it's ideal actually. They've moved in, we've picked up a kill. This light tank's now is moving as well, so we want to hit as many shots as we can into him. He's a dangerous, at this tier, it's a very dangerous light, he can get a lot of damage off, so we do want to try and put the punishment into him. That's exactly what we do. He's now on a one shot. I'm just hoping maybe he would overpeak and get a shot in, but it's not going to happen. He gets shut down, and it's time to find out where we can go from here. You know, it's a fairly even game. It's been pretty even all the way through. We're going to move over and try and hug this ridge line now. This light tank's over peaking, so I'm going to have to change my angle or approach and move around here so he can't get shots onto me anymore. And I'm just going to move around and see if we can help our heavy who's moved into the cap. We can see this TD, he's potentially got shots at me, but we're going to try and move around and hopefully we can. We notice there's another one shot in just behind their cap, and we're hoping we're going to get a shot into him if we poke up on this ridge. So we poke up, we've got a little shot into his turret, we shut him down, and now my attention is going to turn to that TD we spotted earlier, because hopefully he's not going to be looking at me, and we're going to come around, take him out of the game, and yeah, just try and keep this pace going really. I don't want to be stationary for too long because otherwise our team's going to start dying. I want to make sure I'm putting in the punishment as you know, where I can. He does turn down, so he backs around and unfortunately he puts the shot straight into me, but he's fired now, so I'm going to move directly at him, turn last minute, and now I'm behind him and we're going to be able to shut him down. So we notice this TD is a one shot. We're hoping we can get round and take him out because it's 4-6 now, so they're up on kills. So like I say, I want to keep busy so we can make sure we don't get too far behind. Now this is risky, isn't it? Because there's a Churchill there, but we're going to take the risk and we're going to take out this one shot first. He's the first priority. Once we've taken him out, we only have to deal with the Churchill. The Churchill's not looking at me, so I thought, well, you know, I'm just going to put a shot into him, move up to him, and I'm using this sort of ridge between him and me so it's awkward for him to get shots. Like I say, I'm taking gambles here, but at the same time, it's an educated gamble, I guess you could call it. You know, it's worked out okay. Yes, we are at very low health now, potentially one shot, but we've taken out a tank for it, haven't we? We're going to use these wrecks and the fire, so it's awkward for people to shoot at me. We get a shot into the Churchill, we take him out, and now this is where we need that little bit of good fortune because there's a light tank trying to get shots into me here, so we're going to have to duck, weave, and just hope we can lose the spot and get into cover. So we do. Our little sort of erratic driving means he's missed, and thankfully he's missed, and that means we're still in the game. There's one tank left now, and we're hoping we can take him out before our friendly heavy caps out, because we'd like to get that little kill and that little bit more damage. So I'm thinking at this point I'm going to drive into the cap, just so it puts a real pressure on that light to have to come and get a reset. I'm not going to sit here, but I wanted to drive through it because I wanted him to you know that he has to act now and move quickly. And he's actually now pushed out into the open. We're hoping, you know, he's probably 2, maybe 3 shots to us. In theory, he should be a 2 shot, but you never know with the RMG. So we're going to try and get a shot into him here. We do get one in, and now he's actually, well, actually, sorry, he missed that shot, but we do get one in the end. He gets one into me, so now we're both at a 1 shot to each other. I'm going to sort of move around here. I can predict where he's going to go. I'm really hoping I don't low roll here, because otherwise that would be a shame, but we don't. Thankfully we roll for average damage and we take him out, and that's it for the last replay. So all that's left is to see how we got on. So you can see we managed to pick up 8 kills there. We've got just shy of 3,000 damage, 2,051 base XP, 419 assistance. So it was a really nice game, wasn't it really? We picked up that Radley's and obviously the Devastator, etc. High caliber medal. So yeah, that was a really good one to finish on. And yeah, so just to summarise, I like this tank. It's a really good tank, but if you already have the Rover, unless you don't like having the skin of the Rover because it's like that sort of hero spacey camo, or you're a collector, there's not a lot of point buying it. Like I say, unless you like me, and I like to have the different tanks, and also I like the fact that I don't have to have that sort of spacey camo. So yeah, that's it for these replays. Hopefully maybe I'll free mark this tank and get a few more out for you at a later point. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for watching all the videos. And as always, happy tanking.